Hello and welcome back for another clarinet tutorial from Nottingham Music Excellence. So you've heard the music now. I'm going to say a few words about some of the details of the music and what you need to do to make this sound really awesome. Here we go. So in terms of difficulty, I do feel that this one is pitched sort of bang in the middle of grade 6. I think you can't say it's too hard, it's not too long. I think it's right there, right in the middle of grade 6, this one. It's one of those pieces, isn't it, where you creep in from nowhere a little bit. It's not quite creeping in at sort of pianissimo, so it's only piano, so it's not too bad. But make sure for this start of this piece that you sort of know your reed. So get to know your reed. Don't use a brand new reed perhaps. And just so you can really judge how much to sort of blow and squeeze just to get the sound moving for that first note. And again, I think the dynamics are in your favour here, and I would recommend make sure you tongue that top D. It would just help you to define that pitch really clearly, rather than perhaps squeaking it or something like that. So it'll just help you to sort of establish that pitch really nicely. And then in the next section, I think just nicely, you could say classically plays these notes here. Trills, just be careful with the trills, not to make them sound kind of too frantic and crazy. I think younger players tend to want to just play trills as fast as they can humanly play them, but I think just try and blend the trill in with the music and make sure, just make it sound like it really belongs there, you know. Okay, moving on. Now this, I think, is one of the hardest bits of the piece because you just don't get anywhere to breathe. This is really nasty. So I tended to go from 2 quavers before 13, and then yeah, use this point to take a massive breath. So you just get a split second there. So after you've done your, and then huge breath, you might just get to that point, hopefully. If that's really unmanageable and you can't manage that, you'll have to squeeze a tiny breath in. You'll just have to snatch a quick breath before 16, I think, before those triplets. But I think ideally, if you practice that a lot, you should get through that. I'm going to try it one more time. And then you get one crotchet off before you then go into the next phrase as well. Plan how you're going to do that one. Don't leave it to chance, and just see, ideally get through that whole lot in one breath from those two quavers. And then moving on, I think the next tricky bit is going to be perhaps the triplety bits, isn't it? Just before the end of that close of that section. So make sure you've got that articulation really clear. And again, I don't think you can breathe in the middle of that there. So I think you're going to have to go from the forte, from the start of those triplets, so the bar 33 to the end of that section. Let's see if we can do that. So again, it's doable, but not easy. And moving on to, let's move on to 50, 51. Just watch you don't get mixed up with the tonguing, the articulation. That's a little bit fill, isn't it? And then to finish off, again, quite a few bars in one breath here. So I'm going from the last quaver of bar 62 and then all the way to the end from there. So I think a good standard for grade 6, not too hard, but it does have its problems and it does have its difficulties. And of course you've got to make it sound nice and light and classical. So I think that's a wrap for Allegro Man on Troppo. As I say, I think this one fits quite neatly into the grade 6 sort of category. It's not too hard. And the accompaniment is one of those accompaniments that is an accompaniment. You know, it's not like a kind of a duet for two instruments where you have to really know the piano part. You know, it really is kind of you know, a lot of kind of crotchet accompaniment going along here. So I will of course remind you that if you're not subscribed to the channel already, then make sure you click on that subscribe button and click on the bell notification, and that will give you updates for future videos that I release. So I hope you enjoyed that one. I'll see you on the next video. Bye. 1, 2, 3, 4.